You gotta leave that party in while I just pop into the camera. You just gotta leave that party in when I just jump in.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me. Got a little phlegm in my throat. Pause. Hold on, let me finish fixing my cocktail as I say this to you. No, relax. Leave me alone. Hey, is this gonna be like your new weekly thing?
What?
To eat on camera?
It might not. It just depends on how I feel. Right now, I'm hungry.
Like, it's gonna be somebody watching this episode just like, damn, man, now I want a Slim Jim. Like, or like the other episodes, like, oh, damn, she got a plate. I wonder what the hell is in that plate, man.
Go get a plate. Eat.
Let me get that out.
Okay. Be great. Yeah, I probably should. Yeah. Be great. Because I'm going to tell you something. The Slim Jim is smacking.
Let me get comfortable, shit.
Kick off the shoes and relax your feet.
Should we start with some music or fuck it? Let's just get to it.
Let's get to it.
Nah, fuck it.
Right.
No music this week.
No music.
But have you been listening to anything new lately?
What have I been listening to? Honestly, y'all, don't judge me. I'm still on certified lover boy.
Still?
In my car.
Why?
Riding. Happy.
What song?
But then, it's really not a song per se. Like, I'm going to tell you what's happening. To me, it's just such a vibe that when I get in the car, I just go to it. I gravitate to it just in general. Like, I just play it. It's not really like a song in particular, like, that I'm going to. It's just playing. So, it's really either between that or my shuffle. And you know how my shuffle give it up, so.
You can be crying.
It could be. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all, so, I might have shared this before. I don't know. But if not, here it is. The song Over and Over Again by Nelly and Tim McGraw just does something to me. Like, I'm talking about, it doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing. If I hear that song right here, I feel it, right? So, the last 2 work days, I have been at work minding my business. And what song comes over the store Pandora? Over and Over Again. Nelly and Tim McGraw. Y'all, I had to step off my floor and, like, one day have a coming to Jesus moment with myself. Like, girl, what the beep is wrong with you?
What?
Since we was talking about music and crying, I just thought I would share that. Like, that has been happening to me this week. Like,
why does that song do something to you? Like,
yo, I don't know.
I hate that fucking song.
No cap. Takia can tell you, shout out to my girl Key. College, y'all. It would be times I hear that song and I would just call her, girl, the song is on, and I'm boo-hooing. She didn't told you that before. I'm boo-hooing. I have, like, I don't know what it is. That song just really tears at my innards. But yeah, a little fun fact about P. That song does make me cry.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, man. Oh, wow. Sorry, y'all. We are sitting here rewatching the Versus battle.
But I can't hear it, so it's really pissing me off.
So I guess that's where we'll start. All right. So I actually forgot this one was coming on. What happened was.
Did you tell him what you was talking about? What you talking about?
Oh yeah, because we are a little bit behind in content dropping. Don't worry, we'll fuck.
Okay.
Fuck y'all.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I love y'all.
Okay.
But the Fat Joe Ja Rule versus is the verses that we're speaking of. I think that'll probably be the latest one. They ain't got nothing scheduled in the next couple weeks.
No.
Excuse me, phone's on loud and shit. This I didn't like this verses. I actually remembered right as Ja Rule and Fat Joe were starting, and I thought I had caught it later, so I turned it off, but I realized I had only missed the first round. But I would have missed FloJo, and I believe Ja Rule started with, I can't remember, but I watched this shit the next night on the Fight TV app, the replay or whatever. And I feel like this versus was a little lopsided. Fat Joe is a real New York street legend who makes street hip hop. He has crossed over, but he'll always be a New York street rap legend.
Joey Crack.
Crack. I mean, any nigga named Crack is crazy.
Crazy. You think he do crack? You think he did crack?
The Don Joseph Cartagena. But
Joe better not have been doing crack.
He sold crack. He was a super hustler. They said that nigga was such a good fucking street nigga.
Well,
Don't make
I'm
no
aware
sense.
of that. That's just me playing Joe's advocate.
Oh.
He tested your product. You know. You went, psh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
But I felt like this verse was very lopsided. Like I said, Crack is a street legend. I mean, his name is Joey Crack. If you don't know, now you know. But then you got Ja Rule, who is he was Drake before Drake, if you want to say that.
The world was mad at him for saying that, though. That's crazy.
I don't think.
That's crazy.
I think he was a little bit before his time. And that's clearly due to the fact that they was doing a lot of ecstasy.
Yeah, didn't he say he went in the booth and wrote a song, like, how many songs off of an EP?
Probably about 5. I want to say he wrote like Put It On Me and something else in the same night. Probably 1 or 2 of those J-Lo records. But him and Irv Gotti have said that they made a lot of this music high off of ecstasy. I mean, rolling. Is you rolling? I might be. But for them, they said I definitely was. And I got to thinking about this. Crack is a street legend. Executive producer. He found Big Pun, executive producer on the Capital Punishment album. And then there's Ja. And it dawned on me. This should have been Joey Crack. And I don't know who that is right now. But this should have been Joey Crack versus Kiss. Battle of the Streets. This would have been it still would have been lopsided, obviously, because all the bags Jadakiss got, but it would have made a lot more sense. Some of those records Jadakiss uses in verses definitely could have been like, it would have matched what Fat Joe was doing a little bit better. They both could have went into the street shit. They could have went into the pop shit. They could have went into some new shit. It just made a lot more sense. And Ja Rule should have battled Fabulous. Who is the king of the R&B record? Yeah. Battle Regular Skills Program.
Right.
Who? Record for record. Okay, first of all, who you picking? Ja Rule or Fab? I feel like I know who you're going to pick, but I want to hear it.
Jordan?
I feel like you're going to pick Rule.
Yeah, I probably would pick Rule.
You're going to pick Rule.
But, y'all. I'll get into it. Go ahead. Yeah. Well, I say Rule right now. Go ahead.
You say Rule. Mm-hmm. Now, to give us a little bit of devil's advocacy, I'm going to pick Fab.
Yeah, of course.
Now, what record are you picking first from Rule?
Wait a minute.
No, don't go looking. Don't go looking. You
I'm
gotta
not
think
looking
about
at
it.
that. I'm not looking at that.
What are you doing?
Because I'm trying to think of something and it's on the tip of my tongue and it's gonna piss me off if I can't get it. So I'm gonna have to look it up real quick so I don't be sitting over here.
What is it?
What's the name of? Damn, yeah, I hate tip of the tongue syndrome. No pun intended. But mixtapes, Fab.
Summer Shootout?
No.
Soul Tapes?
Soul Tapes. I will say this before I go into my if my Ja Rule spill, if Fab was to happen to pull anything from the Soul Tapes, specifically 2 for me, because that just happens to be my favorite, I might slay. So yeah, my first Ja Rule song, now that was not playing. That was not playing. But it's crazy that I was talking about Rule and Ashanti pop up. Okay, never mind. What's my first one? It would either be I feel like I wouldn't want to pull that too early.
Just pick a record.
Oh, okay.
We're just conversating, baby. Just pick a record.
Okay. Here I am trying to be strategic and shit.
I don't know. Well, I'm like, what are you doing?
You said which one I'm gonna pick first.
I'm saying it. Just pick a record.
Then we'll go with Down Ass Beach. Him and Charlie Baltimore. You said pick a record.
And I'm thinking like, why would you?
You said pick a record. I was sitting here going through my Ja Rule shit. And you said, I know I could have said Always on Time. I could have fucking
you
said.
You have so many different ways you could have went.
It's in my brain. See, this is why I don't say stuff to you, because I say what I like.
But I'm like, what?
Leave me alone. I'm sitting here going through the songs in my head. I'm slightly inebriated. Okay, so I'm sitting here processing. He rushing me. Then I say something and he like, really?
All right. Here's the thing. While that record may ring off, I mean, he had a couple in there, but I mean, obviously, Ja Rule records are always going to ring off in the New York crowd just because those are true to life New York hip hop records. I mean, New York people are some sappy motherfuckers. Okay? I mean, any nigga from up north, I mean, I can say that. My family is from Brooklyn, New York, and every last one of them niggas are saps. True to life saps.
Not true to life saps.
Yeah, they some gangster niggas. It's, we all thugged out and all, but them niggas are some saps. But when Fabulous just hit him with "Make Me Better," I really wanna be with you. I'm gonna be with you. Can't leave you alone.
But wait a minute now.
When he pull out he
got
Trade It All.
My brain is just going, my brain is going blank. Like, we gonna run this shit to fuck.
Think about it.
You're not gonna try Ja like this. Like, the only reason why.
What is Ja? What is Ja gonna bring to the table? What is better than Trade It All? What does Ja Rule do? Like you said, when Fabulous gets into the Soul Tapes and you start getting shit like Slim Thick, Rieslings and Rolling Papers. When Fabulous gets to Summertime Shootout, my God,
he probably gonna judge me for this shit too. But my song off of there, with one of them is Guess Who's Dipset. Y'all, that's my shit. That's my
fam.
Shit. That's my shit.
I feel like Ja Rule would get his boots smoked by Fabulous.
I don't know about that.
Like, clearly he took the cake here, and clearly Fabulous got his ass whooped when he went against Kiss. But when you make it a more even matchup and you put fucking Ja Rule and he gotta stand up and fight against Holla Back. Like, Holla was a good record. But Holla Back as a first record, or the one that Fabulous got with Nate Dogg.
Ja Rule.
Oh man, what's the shit?
Any of the Ja Rule and Ashanti collabs, they gonna smack Fab. Okay, then Ja Rule got a Lil Mo feature too. So
no, Ja Rule is the originator of the Lil Mo feature.
So what I'm saying is there's answers now.
But now,
because Fab might have some shit, but Fab got throwaways just like Rule got throwaways.
But Lil Mo said it now. You brought up Lil Mo, and I'm glad you did, because Rule brought out Lil Mo and Vita and Ashanti, and Fat Joe had Remy, Nelly, and shit like that.
And Ashanti.
Oh, well, I mean, Ashanti was just the star of the night because, I mean,
a lot
of her biggest records were made between the two of those men. But Lil Mo said it best. She said, when I got with Spears, as they call Fabulous, that's when I had reached, like, it became easy to make this shit. That's why you got so many Fabulous Lil Mo records, because
they do sound good.
They mesh well together.
Because Superwoman, y'all.
What does Ja Rule do when that come on?
You can't let them play you, cause I see them with my power.
All right. You gonna get us some copyright at this point.
You want me to speed it up?
Just stop singing it. Just stop singing it. Hey.
You know I care for you.
I don't think Ja Rule could beat Fabulous at all.
I think he can. I don't know if he can. I don't know. But I gotta listen. Y'all, I still ride to Ja Rule to this day. Like, I mean, faithfully.
Done it too.
And like so with Fab, like they're both frequent in my shuffle. So that would definitely be something to see. Can people do more than one verses, or like do you have to, after you do it one time, you can only
No, you can do as many as you want.
Let's get a petition going, guys. I say we get a petition. You know, if you feel like Fat Joe need to go against Jadakiss.
But see, that's the thing though. Now, I don't think. I mean, you could stand them up against each other, but it's kind of. It would kind of be too close for comfort, just due to the fact that we just seen Kiss with the Lox and kind of got us an idea of what he could do, and then we got technically all of Joe Crack records. The thing that I did like about this, and it's unfortunate that, you know, the greatest troll in hip hop history, 50 Cent, ended Ja Rule's career so early,
right.
But seeing Fat Joe bring up them records that's like newer, like a lot of those Khaled, and Fat Joe did leave a couple of those Khaled records off. I wish he would have performed We Taking Over. I think We Taking Over would have been nice for verses, but I feel like I loved that Fat Joe was able to bring out them new records. Like, I love the fact that he was pulling out shit like All the Way Up. You know, I think that was like his first #1 or some shit. The record with Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. Don't you be holding back. Like, I love to hear that shit. I had to give you the bars. You was finna goddamn sing the whole song if I hadn't stopped you.
That's my game.
But it's beautiful to see that shit, and like, you know, Rule was holding, you know, he was holding his nuts. Like, you know, I ain't had to make a record in 10 years. Like, my old shit still ring off, but it's a little different.
It's not.
It's a little different.
Because he said what he said. At the end of the day.
He said what he said, but all you got is, the end of your record started like, what, 06, 07?
Yeah, because people was playing.
When 50 Cent came out and dropped Wanksta, I mean, that was it. I stopped listening to Rule altogether. Now, I was a Ja Rule nigga as a kid. When Wanksta came out, boy, damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? I look at a couple of my classmates. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna stop. Almost said something. Yeah, it's unfortunate though. I kind of wished I wish Rule would do newer music, because I feel like he might be alright now. 50 Cent always keep a smoker, so.
No, I honestly,
and 50 would have walked the dog with Ja Rule too. 50 and they said Ja Rule was like, he wanted to do the 50 Cent verse. He's like, I go against that bitch ass nigga. But I feel like 50 would have walked the dog with that boy.
Every time you say somebody will win, they lose. So stop saying that.
What you gonna do if 50 Cent pull out? Bitch, I'm the man.
You say that.
You know I'm the man.
You say that every verse is. If y'all look
I get money.
If y'all look back on every verses, every episode we cover the verses prior to the actual event, Jordan will go with somebody and ask that same question. Well, what they gonna do when this come out? What they gonna do when that come out? And then
no, I was right on one. I was right on one because Rick Ross walked the dog with 2 Chainz.
Excuse me. Okay. Every time, or since he got one victory out of, what are we at now? Number 50. Okay. most of the time when he says they gonna win, they lose.
The only one in recent history niggas can say that I was wrong about was the Dipset one. And theoretically, I still have a case.
You were wrong.
I bet if I sat down with a nigga and went and did my Dipset set versus
it's not about
a
you.
nigga's Lox set, I'm gonna burn niggas' ass up.
It's not about
That's
you.
the problem though with the verses. These artists be they too artsy. Let a fan pick the set list. Cause I'm gonna bust a nigga ass.
Listen.
Man, you cap.
Listen, Linda.
Cap.
Listen. We sat and watched the same television. They lost, Jordan.
Bro, okay.
They lost. Those men were not
We
together.
having versus talk, so I'm here with it. We having versus talk. Let's talk about it.
Don't clap at me.
How they say it on your favorite cousin? Let's talk about it.
Hey,
let's talk about it.
Hey,
let's talk about it. Let's talk. Name of the episode. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's chat.
Let's talk. Now, shout out to Sensei Glenn in the back if y'all heard the camera snapping. You know what I'm saying? We
appreciate you, man.
We got down looking better and better every week, bitch. But listen. If I would have created the set list for Dipset, a lot of records that they picked, while I understand you're in New York, you're going to cater to that New York crowd for that roar in the audience. However, the internet is where you find out if you won or lost. Now, clearly they lost visibly. The world saw it. But Dipset should have never let Cameron be the head honcho that night. For one, Cameron is entirely too arrogant to do what needs to be done to win. He one of them niggas that feel like he always got to be cool, no matter what the circumstance. And that night, the Lox did not come to be cool. The Lox came for blood. Like when I seen Sheik walk down the stairs, it was like, damn. Shit was crazy. Stop, because we're talking about it. Now, Jordan, if you let Jimmy lead the team, Jimmy has current records. Jimmy has current hits. There's a lot of things Jimmy could have did to combat some of that Lox shit. And the reason being is because I'm going to tap into the star power that I have, and we going to bring some niggas out. I got records that ring off today. Now, one of the records that I would have chose in a versus, you obviously would be like, how do we do that? Dust and Powder off the Wasted Talent album by Jim Jones, fucking immaculate. It would have went crazy. The record that he got, damn. Him and Cam got a record with Conway and Benny. We would have performed that one. I'm tapping into that shit.
You know what? All I heard with all of that is a whole heap of shoulda, coulda, woulda. At the end of the day, that's not what took place.
That's what
we don't.
That's the point of conversation.
No. Because it is not gonna change the fact that what I said was true, which is every time you say somebody gonna win, they lose. You tried to get me off.
It ain't just me. That's the half the world.
I ain't got nothing to do with. I ain't got nothing to do with half. I did.
You wasn't a kid listening to Diplomatic Community, so you'll never understand.
All right, I don't have anything to do.
You'll never understand what it's like when the intro to the album come on and Uncasa say, "Yo, Fleet, let me get on the album, yo, Fleet." You don't understand what that is. It's a shame how I rap so bananas. It's Mr. Two Gun Un. You wasn't outside. You wasn't out there on your bike riding up and down the hill all day.
Actually, I did. I did do
you ain't ride up and down the hill.
I did do those things as a child. I wasn't out with you, obviously.
But you ain't have Diplomatic Community in your CD player.
No, I did not.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why you don't know Baby D. You don't know Baby D.
Y'all, honestly, I don't know where he gets this. I don't know where you get off.
But that's what I'm telling. Like, Pete, bro, it's not just you though. The world, niggas be like, you don't know what you're talking about. But I had to understand it's this. My lens in this shit is different. Okay, the Lox have literally been around. They've been rapping since before I was born. Okay? I was born in 91, so that'll tell you a lot. On top of that, them niggas was rapping with Biggie. Okay? Change the landscape. Come on, man. You ain't had your bike up and down the hill with Diplomatic Community, baby.
I was on the hill with my bike though.
But you ain't have Diplomatic Community.
I didn't need it.
Did you have to Come Home With Me album?
No.
What the game's been missing?
Jordan. Listen. Okay. You know what?
Apple got an iPhone 13 coming out.
You gonna buy it for me? I just want the little one.
No, I'm not buying you no mini because I told you that shit retarded. See? Look at that man. He looks like, what the fuck? A mini? The fuck I'm gonna do with that? But, nah, I feel like we need to go get 13 Pros because we need to be a pro gang. I need 3 cameras on my
you
shit.
Got money.
But nah, here go my thought process, y'all. Let me ask y'all. We gonna do a poll too. Okay, so like me and my mom, we on the same plan and shit. I pay my bill. I'm an adult, but you know.
She got that old people plan.
She got that good plan on y'all ass.
That's it.
So I told mom, I was like, yo, I'm gonna let you get this 11, but like I'm gonna go get that 13 Pro Max, 1 terabyte. Now, first of all, let me just say this. That shit is $1,600.
$1,600, y'all.
But it's a fucking terabyte.
It's a whole terabyte. That's a heap of storage.
Bro, I got 3 1 terabyte hard drives and a 2 terabyte. Don't ask me why I got so many hard drives, y'all. Listen, when you get in the content creation game, you'll learn to start buying them shit. But think about walking around with one of them hard drives
on your
as my phone. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the double SIM. I'm gonna put the double SIMs in that bitch. Run the goddamn lines on that hoe.
No, I still want 2 phones because I thought about it. Like literally, if one phone. Now, okay. Disclaimer. Yes, my phone 9 times out of 10 is dead. Okay.
Both of them.
Shut up.
How you got 2 phones and both of them dead? My bad.
Okay. However, while they typically are dead or away from me, because sometimes they don't be dead, I just be on one side of the house and the phone is in a pocket or in my purse on the opposite side of the house or something like that. But why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm just listening to you.
Anyways, while they both are typically on the dying side, when one die, I can usually count on going and find the other one. You know.
Nigga shit typically on the dying side.
Yeah. Because okay, let's see what my percentage is right now. 45%. Stay 50 and below for some reason. It's charged when I start my day, but
it's not charged fully though.
No, because I
nigga charge that shit to
28%. I charge it like old people. Charge it at night. And
no,
well, sometimes. I've been doing better now because you bought me that cord. You bought me that drop cord. Oh. Yeah, he bought me a power thing, and I can put it beside the bed. Otherwise, no, my phone would not be charged. No, it's not. But I be at home, so I mean, if you need me, you know how to get in contact with me.
If you need me, you know how to get in contact with me.
Yeah, no, forever. My laptop is always on.
It's not.
Yes, it is. That laptop be on in that book bag.
How many times in a week do you touch your laptop?
As of lately, 2 to 3 times.
How many? Wait. So it's 7 days in a week. Yeah. And you touch your laptop 2 to 3 times in a week?
Yep. And the laptop is right there in that book bag.
Wow.
I turn it on. I'll see if somebody then called or text.
Do you feel like... I did not like her shorts. I feel like Lil Mo got them titties now.
She did.
Them titties look new.
Do I feel like what them?
You feel like, do you ever feel like you not walking in your purpose?
What you mean?
So I've been thinking about this all week. Like, me and Jobs just like don't mesh. Like, I hate working for other people. And I feel like that's partly because I know that I should be my own boss. I should be able to wake up, do what I want to do, take my kid to school, do my job for a small portion of my day, but make a fucking killing and then be able to do what I want to do with the rest of my time.
I think that's what everybody wants, JG. That's not.
No. Some people want to go to work for somebody else.
And well, let me say this: in a perfect world, whether they working for somebody else or themselves, ultimately they want to be able to do stuff like take their kid to work, then actually report to their job, and then get off at a decent hour where they can actually do other things that they like spending time with their kid, and so on and so forth. I think that's the goal. But sorry, go ahead. I digress.
Okay, that's the goal for.
I did not like those tassels. I don't understand what Vita was doing. I'm sorry.
I hate this whole outfit.
Yeah, I really was trying. I don't understand what happened.
That's what happened when you like hot in the early 2000s.
But even if she wanted to pay homage to the era, she couldn't do better than this. She wanted to show them knees off, though.
All right.
I'm sorry,
you
y'all.
off topic.
Sorry.
This why we can't never get shit done.
I apologize.
While that is essentially the goal, that goal is only something that everybody's wanted to do in recent times. You were a different type of person in a generation or two before ours to not want to work for somebody else. Mm-hmm. That shit is almost unheard of. I feel like now our generation is just now starting to kick down a lot of the shit that slavery brought into the black community. Like, you and ours age group and the age group following ours is really the first wave to be like, I'm gonna do shit for me and I'm gonna worry about, what am I trying to say? I'm gonna do this shit because I want to do this shit, not because y'all told me to do this shit. Like, we grew up, me and you, we're obviously the dinosaurs on the team, but we grew up watching Martin, The Fresh Prince, shit like that. We grew up seeing the latter years of the Huxtables, the latter years of A Different World. We're seeing black people go to college. We're seeing black people do things that we don't normally see in our community. I mean, you're from Union, I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. First state to secede from the Union. That should tell you enough. We don't see black people in a position of power. I don't think I ever had a black principal when I was in school until high school. And that was the latter years.
I had a black teacher, but not a principal.
The black teacher was weird to see. I'm used to black people going to work in a factory or going to work in a call center or going to do, hell, the shit I do, truck driving.
Yeah, I had black teachers, and I had, in high school, I had a black guidance counselor, but there were like 2 others. I think it was 3 total guidance counselors.
I seen more black staff when I went to a black school. And even then, it was still like, oh shit, that's black staff.
Yeah, but you know what? My guidance counselor at Union, she, I think I told y'all this too, but she tried to talk me out of going to state. So I think the last time I addressed you, I said look around. So I'm gonna say it again. Look around. Okay.
Why you tell her look around?
Cause she said if I went to state, I wasn't gonna have shit.
Oh. Damn.
She said that type of going to a HBCU as such, it would not.
What school she graduated from?
I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't even
Probably
tell you.
USC Union. She graduated from the school she she went to school in the town she grew up in. Goddamn, just got a job there. Never left that motherfucker. But see, that was... I've said this before here, but I'm going to say it again. And I hate that I had this thought process, and I promise, the first time I get an inkling of my son thinking like this, like, I'm going to be the first person to just know, ain't no way you think like this, boy, no, because that's wrong. Mm-hmm. I was under the impression that when I got to state, I would be going to Spartanburg High School again. For a number of reasons. I was told that the curriculum's not good and this is not good, and yada, yada, yada. Now, fast forward to I've been out of school now 11 years. I've been out of high school 11 years. When I got to upstate, I went to Spartanburg High School all over again. A bunch of athletes who don't give a fuck about playing sports. They just do that shit because they good at it. I mean, a nigga I came in with went to the NBA and shit, but you know.
Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, so state was so bad, and it was gonna be another Spartan High, but you had people traveling as far as from the upstate to Orangeburg to participate in their nationally ranked nursing program. You got people that are literally, they're coming in from one country into ours to study abroad to be a part of state's engineering program. Yet again, another nationally ranked college within the institution. What I feel like people need to do is really do more research, but beyond the messy shit. Because yeah, there was a time where state was being threatened with losing their accreditation, but it never fucking happened. Yes, our president and them folks, that was what the president was, but them folks was stealing a little money. But guess what? State is not the only school that has people embezzling money. They're just the school at the time, and it made the fucking news. Okay? Folks need to get them some business. Okay, worry about the shit that pay you, because it's that type of toxic thinking that can really change a person's fucking future in a sense. Because you always said at least you knew if you went to state you'd have graduated.
Bruh.
You'd have graduated. So what you saying is you encourage your kid to go to a school such as USC Upstate because it's more prestigious.
Do you know
to
the reason I
went
to Upstate though?
Wait a minute. It's more prestigious to the public eye. It sounds better to say, oh yeah, I went to Upstate, or I went to Wofford, and I went to this and I went to that. But our success retention rate.
But Upstate was not what I wanted to go to. So don't compare that one.
No, I used it as an example because that's the narrative. You went to Upstate, but you didn't finish. But had you gone to state, you felt like you would have definitely got through there. You would have finished. And I feel like that's
for a multitude of reasons. I mean, those possibilities are endless there. And that's just me sitting here thinking about it, like, just off into the distance. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And that's a lot of students. you have a lot of students that go to these big name schools and they don't even make it through. They don't even make it through, but then you want to talk down on those who attend the HBCU, not knowing that regardless of what, because what's that guy, what's dude's name that was like, oh, people only go to places like State or this or that because they got low GPAs. Bullshit.
Who's saying that?
Wonderful guy. He was running for president, and he said that
Trump.
No.
Oh
no. I can't.
Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney.
Wow, that was a fucking shot.
Yeah, that's who said that. Mitt did say. Yeah, that was Mitt. He said that, and I'm like, okay.
In the dark.
Until you need, when you get old. And all of that evil you done did in your life come back on you, and now you got heart problems, and your cardiologist is a product of an HBCU.
Who? For real? Boy, ain't no way, boy.
No, this hypothetical, honey. I ain't say that.
Oh,
I don't speak nothing on nobody, but that's the type of shit that happened. That's the type of stuff that happened. You speak so blindly on people in situations that you have no knowledge of. And whole time, the very person that you think you talking down on, bruh, they're all that in a bag of chips.
But that's from our slavery mindset.
That's sad.
But I do see, like, shout outs to Deion Sanders.
I love that.
You taking a job at Jackson State. You getting Jackson State on ESPN. You going down there and revamping that school and making sure that they allocating those funds correctly, and y'all are getting like, and for him, like I watched a little bit of the first episode of his documentary on what's that, Barstool YouTube shit. And he wasn't just working on just the football program. Nah, he out there looking at tennis courts. He out there looking at the basketball arena. He out there doing this. Like, think about if Mike Vick, Allen Iverson, Randy Moss, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley. Think about if some of these guys, I said Randy Moss, Jerry Rice. Think about if some of these guys, instead of picking and going to that PWI, let me go to the HBCU. Think about if segregation never ended. Because this is what we got fucked up at. Segregation never ended. And you had all this black talent coming through them black colleges. By now, in this point, this is 2021, completely different landscape. TV would look different.
Do you really want to live in a time like that, though?
A time like what?
Like, if segregation had never ended, a modern day segregated life.
Without knowing, without my own
knowledge, let me say this. We do that shit now. We still technically are segregated. Case in point, Spartan High's lunchroom was divided as such. White people, excuse me. No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it like it is. Okay.
White people sat under, there was like this awning almost in the lunchroom, but it was technically the left side, all the way to the left. White people tables. Clear as day. They go straight to them. Black people sat in the middle. There's like a sun awning type deal. All black tables were right there in the middle. All of the races will buy the food. Without the rule being there, we did that shit subconsciously. Classrooms. White people sat in one section of the classroom. Asians sat over here. Hispanics over here. The black folks is in the back. without being told to do this. That's just how we naturally click up. We don't frequent white people clubs, white people venues, shit like that. It's weird for us when we go to shit like Main Street Pub. Got Rocks over there in Greenville, the little live bar shit we met Brother that night.
I enjoyed that place, huh?
Right, but it's still a
You
little
speaking
bit.
for yourself, not
No,
me.
I'm saying
'Cause I
it's
like
still
the pub too.
but without you knowing it, you enjoyed that shit. They looked at you funny. What the fuck are these niggas doing in
Yeah,
here?
fuck them.
But that's what I'm saying.
If you feel
We
that
do
way.
that shit subconsciously and don't even realize that we separating ourselves.
What?
Our neighborhoods. I feel a little bit safer when I can see a black man or two. Now you technically supposed to feel safe in that white neighborhood, but I don't know you ain't gonna got. If I'm out here smoking a little bit of weed, how I know you ain't gonna call the car? I smell weed in my neighborhood. But you sitting over there snorting powder.
Shooting up the heroin.
You sitting over there goddamn popping Vicodin and drinking glasses of Chardonnay all day.
Come on now. Come on.
I
now.
come home after I get off of my job, smoke me a little weed, have a beer. I might have a shot or two of yak, and then I'm going to sleep, going to do it again. But you drinking Chardonnay, fucking Riesling. You in there drinking champagne at 8 o'clock in the morning.
FYI, y'all, he don't smoke weed.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm giving you that disclaimer.
If we didn't live in the times we live in where we can integrate, and I'm not even saying integration in the sense of we got to go to the same school, shit like that. If we could just cohabitate, in public settings, that's fine.
So you've okay, so like now.
But I want to, I mean, like now, but I feel like when they went and redid the laws, they should have never. Well, we gonna send all the black kids to the white school, cause in turn, now our schools and stuff that had our names on it and our people, they're closing that shit down. They're leveling it out, making a fucking playing field out of it. Carver High School was used to whoop Spy High ass. Why? That's what the big dogs play. Grambling, like Billy done said a few times, used to whoop up on Alabama ass. Why? Take a look. And say the Greek freak, that motherfucker from Nigeria. That's all you need to know.
You ain't gonna let that go, right?
Hell nah, cause I hate that shit, bruh. Yeah, I should have went to the black college, but I'm also cool with the fact now at this point in my life that I didn't go to the black college or I didn't finish college, cause that would have never put the hustle in me to do some shit like this.
Oh, it was gonna get done.
I would have never wanted to do something without having my back against the wall. I don't make good decisions. I literally have to be to the point where it's like you either gonna fight or you gonna die. Fight or flight. That's essentially what it is for me. That's when I'm making like prime time decisions.
Right.
Raheem put me on fucking podcast and 26 years later, look at where I am. Sitting in my own podcast studio. Fight or flight.
Okay, you ain't gotta look at me like I don't want no smoke.
No, I mean we was having conversations. It's a podcast.
Shit.
I mean, you went to the black college and majored in fucking journalism, so you know, shit different for you. Anything else? You got anything?
What
with
you
that
mean
one?
shit different for me?
Nah, nigga, you goddamn. You Whitley here, nigga.
I ain't no damn Whitley. What a time. I had fun though. Writing papers for money and goddamn. Huh? Allegedly, yeah. Because that's what they said. But I just said, I told them I didn't do it, but they kept saying that I did. So eventually you be like, okay, I did it.
Brett said
Okay.
allegedly.
No. Okay, yeah, but no.
Take ownership. No, just play.
I ain't got nothing else. Well, shit. I mean, you can't say which one.
Go all the way.
You know, you can't say it was that one. No, ain't no record. So yeah, if they said I did that shit, I did that shit. Somebody at the door? Oh, okay. But nah, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Well, wrap it up, man. Tell them all that shit.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Share. If you're listening in, make sure that you rate, comment, and what?
Subscribe, rate, review.
Subscribe. Why do I keep it? Subscribe,
no idea.
rate, and review, and also share.
Follow on all them social media tips.
That hit that follow button. Make sure too that you guys are tuning in to your favorite cousins podcast. Girl the podcast.
Shout outs to Charlie.
Yeah,
with the
congratulations,
bunny,
Toon. My girl dropped the news. She got a baby on the way. Congratulations, babe. The mics are ready when y'all are ready. Okay.
Right. We miss y'all. We miss
They gotta,
y'all.
y'all. It's time to tell your story. It's time to tell your story.
That's the story
yeah.
I want to hear.
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna see what I can get.
See if we can't get a special edition.
Yeah, see if I can't get a little tea.
Yeah.
Girl, what the world? But nevertheless, if our hearts and minds are on one accord, we gone.